Good morning, all the participants. Welcome to this fourth batch of All India Institute of Valuer Foundation for Securities and Financial Asset class. And due to this Corona time, we from different parts of the country are sitting together to attend this session. And we have today's speaker, teacher, faculty, Dr. C.A. Gopal Krishna Raju ji. He is by profession chartered accountant, insolvency professional, as well as registered valuer, and other membership of other professional institutes like Company Secretaries of India and as well as Coast Accountants of India. He was the 3 times regional council member from Southern region of Institute of Chartered Accountant of India and has given various lectures on various subjects. So we can say multi-talented speakers. Insolvency valuations, which I have seen in last few months on daily basis. He is attending the classes on valuations, insolvency, income tax, Excel, as well as GST as well. He was the program. He is the program director of GST program with FICCI as well. And I think second batch is running of GST 20-hour certification program jointly with FICCI. So you will be much more beneficial to attend this session with Gopal Raju ji. So welcome Raju ji. Namaskar. Now you are in charge of this session. And kindly keep your video on always. And whenever possible, please try to interact by audio instead of chat. Chat is allowed, but please try to interact with audio. Sometimes faculty asks the questions, but everybody wants to chat. So please make it interactive. Good morning, Rohit ji.
Good morning, sir.
Sir, now take up the charge. And one more thing, there are 1 or 2 participants whose name is reflecting as a device, Galaxy Note 8. So if he is not able to rename, kindly tell me, I will rename according to the name of participants. Who is Galaxy Note 8? गोपाल जी आपके ऑफिस से तो नहीं है गैलेक्सी 8?
No, मेरा ऑफिस से दो लोग हैं. One is Geeta and another is Mr. Sam.
I think Sam ही होंगे. अच्छा Sam, okay. तो Galaxy Note 8 is some participants.
Yeah.
I think Galaxy चले गए हैं. Sam, Geeta, 2 and 2, 4. Sir, I think 10 participants has joined.
We'll start the session then.
Yes.
Thank you very much. So very good morning, folks. But before I start, may I request all of you to kindly mute yourself, both audio as well as video, and you can, so you can mute all yourself, and video alone you can unmute it. Video alone you can unmute it. Audio, kindly mute it. And whenever there is a requirement to interact, at that particular time you can unmute yourself. Good. So once again, very good morning, folks. I welcome each and every one of you for this 50-hour mandatory educational program, especially starting with Ashwin, Preeti, Surendra, and Harsha, Lokesh Mittal, Nikar Jain, Rajesh Jain, Rohit, and Rohit Bajaj. So, and also another faculty for today, Dr. Dhanapal also has joined. So, very good morning, Dr. Dhanapal, for joining on time. Good. Now, before I start the topic, for the next 5 minutes, please pay your attention, which is very, very important. I'll be sharing with you what is the syllabus and what the entire 50-hour will be about. All of you know one thing very clear, that to write the valuation exam, there is a process we need to follow. And that process is mandatory 50-hour program. That is the education program has to be completed. And the respective RVO, the registered valuer organization, has to give you a completion certificate. So therefore, the entire 7 days attendance is mandatory. So please stick on to it. So this is point number 1. And point number 2. So let me, sorry. Yeah. 1 minute, I'll just, yeah, the screen is shared. Yeah. So thank you very much. So I'll take you to the IBBA website. And in the IBBA website, I'll take you to the syllabus first. And this is the first thing all of you must have. So when you go to the examination, you will have the valuation examination down below. There, the latest syllabus is from 1st of June. There, SFA. Under that, you have the syllabus. Now, please pay attention to this particular syllabus. This syllabus is what we are going to do. And the program schedule they would have given. And we'll only go through as per this program schedule, as per this syllabus. And today's topic is actually item number 3, the serial number 3 we'll be doing, which actually carries 4% of the total mark, meaning 4 marks are there, minimum 4 marks. And apart from this, I will also be doing the chapter number 17 of the Companies Act, that is registered valuers. It is single section. Chapter 17 of the Companies Act is a single section, and that section is 247. I repeat, section 247. So this section is also relevant for your examination, and it forms part of your general laws, which carries 18%, that is 18 marks. And this chapter will carry not less than a mark to maximum 3 marks. And along with that, they have also given the company's registered valuers and valuation rules, which is actually been repeated for the second time. So this rules alone carries that much of weightage. And I will say these rules will carry not less than 7 marks. Not less than 7 marks. So that is why I have also, I'll be starting with this section 247 of the Companies Act. This is chapter number 17. Hope this is visible. If this is not visible, nevertheless, just concentrate on what I am going to discuss and note down the pointers. Whatever I am going to discuss, kindly note down those pointers. And parallelly, I will also share with you the multiple choice questions which will be asked in examination. So, section 247, which is a single section from a chapter called chapter 17. Number 1. Number 2, I'll be discussing the rules. Now, whenever you download the rules from the net, you have to be very careful. Please look at this. You may actually come across the rules from MCA site. Please look at this link what I have given. In mcagov.in, you have the company's registered valuer site, the rules. If you download this, this is the rules which was there as of, I repeat, as of October 2017. October 2017. And after October 2017, so please note down that month, because this particular rule was actually notified in the month of October 2017. Between October 2017 and, please look at this particular date, the 13th of November 2018. I repeat, 13th of November 2018, this rule has gone through 4 amendments. I repeat, this rule has gone through 4 amendments. So, after implementation of these 4 amendments, including the 4th amendment, the rules have been updated and upgraded. And these updated rules is what you have to read for your examination. And these updated rules are available in IBBA website. In IBBA website, in the rules part, you can download it. So whenever you Google it, for example, when you Google it, please Google as the company's registered valuers and valuation rules 2017 IBBI. So what you will get is the first link. So that link, if you click, you will get the updated rules. And this is the updated rules which I will be discussing now. And this updated rules carries 40 pages. I repeat, it carries only 40 pages. And what is the content in this rules? This is what I'm going to discuss now. Please come here now. And the content of this particular rule is what I'm going to discuss now. But before I go into the content, so this is the content I'll be discussing. So before I go to the content, I'll give a snapshot of the entire syllabus. I'll give the snapshot of the entire syllabus. So you just now saw the syllabus here. This is your syllabus. Your syllabus actually has 5 pages. The entire 5 pages syllabus I have brought into one single screen. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. I brought into one single slide, one single screen. Please look here. You have 10 serial numbers. And out of this 10 serial numbers, please look at that red color text alone. This red color text alone is non-valuation related topic, but those are all generic topics like macroeconomics, finance and financial statement analysis, general laws, 18 marks. So 18 plus 6 plus 3, that is a weightage in terms of mark. So which will be 18 plus 6 is 24, 24 plus 3 is 27. So this 27 marks will be, what do you call it, as a supporting topic. So I will not call this as a non-valuation topic, but these are support topics. But what are core valuation topic? 73 marks. I repeat, 73 marks. So this 73 marks is in your serial number 3, serial number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I repeat, out of 73 marks, guys, 20 marks will be for case studies. Please look at the 10th point. 10 point, 20 marks is for case studies. So 53 marks is your core. I repeat, the core valuation. And your core valuation strength only will give you the comfort in solving this 20 marks. And with respect to the question papers that has been discussed, that has been asked, you have 3 case studies. Possibly there will be one case study which will be scenario based. What is a scenario based? There may not be an arithmetic, but they'll give you a scenario where you have to be very, very conceptually strong in the concepts of valuation. Concepts of valuation, which is discussed much in serial number 7, serial number 6. These 2 topics are very, very important. Very, very important, because that only will give you the foundation. That only will give you the foundation of the entire valuation topics. Every item in that you need to actually pay attention. Every item in that. Okay. So read the syllabus. Very important. Read the syllabus and go very carefully and use a pen and notebook and parallelly have a calculator with you. And most important, don't get connected to the classroom. This with a mobile phone. I was able to see some of you are getting connected. This is not a webinar. This is not a seminar. This is an educational program. So you have to be very serious. I repeat, very serious. If you want to actually qualify, please ensure that you have to be very concentrated. And whenever we, make you to interact with the faculty, please use that opportunity. Good. So out of the 73 marks, 20 goes for case studies, 53 is score. And out of this 53, every mark, every area is very important. For example, professional business tactics, etc., financial reporting under Ind AS. I want to make you one point. every year the syllabus is enriched. Every year syllabus is enriched. 2018 was the first year syllabus came. There was revision number 1 in 2019. 2020 second revision. So your present syllabus is version 3. Your present syllabus is version 3. When you compare version 3 syllabus is version 1 syllabus, you have 4 new India is added. Please look at this. India is 36, 103, 109 and India is 38 which forms part of intangible asset. 4 India is added. So every year the syllabus is enriched. So please ensure that you have to clear it at the earliest. Not that your future syllabus will be much enriched, but as of today, the syllabus is very vast. I must say, it's so vast. Even though I have the Aladdin's genie, it is actually inside a small lamp. The entire syllabus I have just given you in a 10 point. Plus, please don't think that the syllabus is very simple or intimate. It is not like that. Okay, good. Now let me now take you into the third part alone. The third one alone, I am now blowing it up. This is your third part. The professional business ethics and standards, which carries 4 marks. So where the company's registered valuers and valuation rules will carry more marks, and chapter 17 also I will be discussing. So the first point what I will start with today is we have so this is where I keep this here. Good. So guys, this is your section 247, and the section 247 has actually 4 subsections: 1, 2, 3, and 4. Section 247(1), 247(2), 3, and subsection 4. And I wish all of you should read this particular section very thoroughly. Looks like Mr. Kumar and please mute yourself. Please mute yourself. Everyone, please mute yourself. Yes. Thank you very much. Right. So there are 4 subsections. These 4 subsections are very important for you to first have a grip on the entire syllabus, because I'll say this is your entry to the gateway to the Jurassic Park of valuation. Entry to the gateway to the Jurassic Park of valuation. And in this particular section, especially 247(1). Now, after discussing each and every part, I will take you to certain pointers. Okay, section 247(1). These are all the pointers I will be giving here. Note down these pointers, which is very important from examination perspective. Okay, examination perspective. Now, all of you, please look at this 247(1). Where a valuation is required to be made in respect of any property, stock, shares, debentures, securities, or goodwill, or any other assets, or net worth of a company, or its liabilities. Please look at this word. Where a valuation is required to be made in respect of. Required means under the Companies Act. Under the Companies Act, where a valuation is required. And there are various places under the Companies Act where they have made it very clear and they have notified it that valuation has to be done only by a registered valuer. So the valuer is not mentioned as the word valuer. He is called as the registered valuer. So I repeat the word registered valuer. So all of you will be called as registered valuer once you qualify and get yourself enrolled here. All these years, I repeat, all these years, before 18/10/2017. So I was referring to 2 dates. I said October 2017. When is that date? 18th of October 2017 is the date the regulation of the registered valuer started in our country. Before 18th of October 2017, there was no regulation. There was no law which was regulating. That law was giving provisions, prescriptions for valuation. Income tax will give a prescription. FEMA will give a prescription. The, what do you call it, as Wealth Tax Act, Section 34, they will give one prescription. And of course, even Wealth Tax Act is not, what do you say, relevant today. It has been repealed. But under the Wealth Tax Act, under the section, under the respective rule, there are certain valuers who have been enrolled even today. Close to some 10,000 valuers are enrolled for valuing gold, for valuing firms, for valuing business. So they have been enrolled for valuing land and building, for valuing plant and machinery. Some 10,000 valuers are enrolled. They are live today. So as per the rules of wealth tax, there are some of the valuers who have been enrolled. So all these particular areas where valuation have been fragmented, regulated, fragmented and regulated. It was fragmented and regulated. So now from 18/10/2017, the government has thought it fit to bring all these under one umbrella, one single umbrella. And that single umbrella is a chota umbrella. It's a very small umbrella. So they want to bring everybody together, and then you need a very big umbrella. Okay, then you need a Govardhan Giri is required. So the Govardhan Giri is in the process of making. Today you have a small Chhatri. Under this Chhatri, only 3 people can stand. Who are those 3 people? Companies Act, SEBI, Insolvency Bankruptcy Court. These are the 3 people who can stand inside that small Chhatri. So that is the umbrella. The umbrella which actually regulates the profession of insolvency, regulates the profession of registered valuer. Now, 247 says it shall be valued by a person having such a qualification and experience, registered as a valuer, and being a member of an organization recognized in such terms and manner. Now, please look at these 3 parts. A person having qualification and experience. So, qualification and experience. Good. This is point number 1. What is point number 2? Registered as a valuer. Okay. So that is second point. Now, why I am making this point? How do you do the registration? What are qualification and experience? Section doesn't give. I will take you to the rules. And after that, I'll ask questions. So when I ask questions, you have to answer properly. And being a member of an organization recognized in such manner. Member of organization. So member of RVO. Now all of you are member of RVO, AII, OVF. 14 RVOs are there. I repeat, 14 RVOs. 14 RVOs and AII, OVF is a 13th RVO. I repeat, odd number. No, 13th RVO. Good. In such a manner and on such terms and conditions as may be prescribed. Prescribed is what? Rules. Now I am taking you to the rules. And appointed by. Now who will appoint is the next question. I will come to this point later. So please look at this. Who will appoint? Because this can also be an exam question. So who will appoint the registered valuers as per Companies Act? Okay. Please note down all these pointers. And I will also share with you some of the exam questions also once I proceed. This point number 2, I came little later because in point number 2, 2D is there. That is in point number subsection 2, 4 subpoints are there. Subclasses are there. A, B, C, D. Out of these 4 subclasses, 3 subclasses are positive class. 1 is a negative class, meaning don't do it. First 2A, 2B, 2C, do it. 2D, don't do it. So I'll come to the 2D because 2D is an important question. So 247.1, then 247.2, especially 2D. 247.2D. 247.2D, even midnight, 12 o'clock, if I disturb and you and ask, yes, please get up answer this particular question. So I will ask Rohit Bajaj, get up, get up, get up. Answer the question, answer the point in 247, 2 subclass D. You must be very thorough. You must be very thorough. Okay. So let us go one by one. Let us go one by one. And whatever pointers I am giving, these are all pointers. Things should be inside this, because in examination, nobody can help you. I repeat, in examination, nobody can help you. Who can help you? Only yourself. And what you have prepared, that alone can help you. Okay, good. So now let's move on to the rules part. So I'll come to this 2, 3, and 4 wherever there is a link that has been given. So now I am taking you to the rules. So these rules you should not download. I told you, you have to only download the rules which has been given by the IBBI, because there are 4 amendments in it. Okay. Now, before I take you to this rule, I'm going to give you the summary of this rule. Okay. The summary. Now, please come here. Okay. Now, the summary of these rules is here. Okay. So, how many rules are there? Number 1, 21 rules. Note it down. That means rule 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 up to 21. There are 4 annexures. I repeat, there are 4 annexures. And there are 5 forms. In one of the annexures, 5 forms will be there. So I'll just give you that particular. These are the 4 annexures. What are those 4 annexures? Model Code of Conduct for Registered Valuer. This Model Code of Conduct will carry minimum 2 marks or 3 marks. Minimum 2 or 3 marks. And this Model Code has 30 points. Please look at this. This Model Code has 30 points. Model Code has 30 points. And these 30 points should be thorough. When I say thorough means thorough. We were discussing with Bajaj here, Rohit Bajaj. So I will disturb Rohit Bajaj midnight 12 o'clock. And then I will ask him, tell me what is meant by how many negative points are there in this 30 points, how many positive points are there. So these are registered valuers model code. So any point of time you must know what to do, what not to do. This model code will say positive points. This model code would also say negative points. So that is the first thing you need to know. What are the 30 points? Out of 30 points, which is negative, which is positive? Please wait, I'll tell you what it is. Okay. Now, 30 points have to be thorough. As I told you, thorough means thorough. Okay. Now, sorry for that. So please look at this 30 points here. I'll just show you this 30 and then I'll come back to the other rules one by one. Okay. And don't read. One thing I want to tell you everything. These are all some of the very, very important exam points. What is the first thing is all the material that will be available with you. There are huge material available. Don't worry about material. Materials are so many. What are materials that are there? Please ensure that the soft copy is only for the purpose of keeping with you as an archive, but not for studying purpose. For study purpose, take a printout of it or have a book. Best thing is if this is available in a book format, so download that book format. So therefore, never ensure that I will only read directly from laptop. Nothing is what I will say. Nothing will retain here. So it will be retained only if and if we read from a paper format. So please ensure that point, very important. And all of this we are sharing with you only because of our experiences. Now, please look at annexure. Annexure number 1. I told you there are how many annexures? There are actually 4 annexures. And the first annexure is this. What is the first annexure? I'm sorry. Yeah. So this is the first annexure, guys. Annexure 1, Model Code of Conduct for Registered Valuers. And in this Model Code of Conduct for Registered Valuers, please look at this. As I told you, there are 30 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 14, 17, 18, 19, 24, up to 30. So 30 points are there. Now, please look here. These 30 points has been classified like this. Please look at this. This is 30 points. the model code of conduct. These are the sections and these are the paras. Integrity and fairness, there are 5 paras. Professional competence and due care, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, another 5 paras. Confidentiality, 1 para. So like that, the sections have been grouped. How many sections are there? 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 8 sections, 30 para. And these 30 paras are mandatory. You have to ensure that you are thorough with this. Okay. So why? Let us go one by one. Okay. Now, before I go to this model code of conduct, I want you to share with you slow and steady. Let me go into this subject. Okay. So I'll come to this questions a little later. So yeah. So this is what all of you should know about. 247. All of you, please look at this. This is what I showed there. I'm presenting here that particular section of 247 1, 247 2, 247 3, 247 4. Please look at 247 2. I said there are 3 positive points. There is 1 negative point. I'll come to this negative point a little later. Okay. Now 247 3, 247 4 will speak only about the penalty clause applicable for registered valuer whenever the valuer contravenes the provisions of the sections, all the rules. So therefore, most important section is 247 1 and 2, and 247 3 and 4 are penal and prosecution provision. So that is an extreme part of it. So I'll come to that a little later. Maybe at the end we need to actually understand this part, not now. So let me now take you into this particular subject one by one. Now, this is where is it? Sorry. Yes. It is the first point I need to make everyone thorough with. Okay. So I was referring to 4 annexures. Okay. So what is that 4 annexures, guys? Please look at this. So annexure number 1 I discussed. What is annexure number 1? Annexure number 1 is model code of conduct. So just now I showed you model code of conduct is 30 points. Okay, 30 code. Code 1 to code 30, and these 30 code I have classified. They have classified into sections also. So that we are clear. What is annexure 2? Annexure 2 is forms. Now please understand, this annexure consists of, this forms is applicable for registered valuer and registered valuer organization. Now who is a registered valuer organization? AIIOVF is a registered valuer organization. Now please look at this. These are the 5 forms. And out of these 5 forms, 3 forms are for RV. 2 forms is for the RVO. And remember, registered valuer will be registered, and the registered valuer organization will be recognized. Please look at this one, recognized. So recognition is given to RVO, registration is given to the RV. Please be very clear about it. And form number A is an application for registration by an individual registered valuer. Now you are qualified. We have 11 friends here who are online, and all these 11 friends, after you qualify your examination, you must get a license from the Insolvency Bankruptcy Board of India, which is the form you will apply, form A. B is the form you will apply when you have to apply as a registered valuer entity. Now, who is a registered valuer entity? A partnership firm or a company. A partnership firm can be either 2 types, either a registered partnership firm or a limited liability partnership or a company registered under the Companies Act. So 3. So 3 types of entity can be registered as a registered valuer entity. What is the form for that? Form number B. C is always certificate. C means certificate. C means certificate. Certificate means C. A means individual application. B means partnership entity application or company application. C means certificate. Now AIIOVF, All India Institute of Valuers Foundation, when they applied for recognition, they would have applied under Form D, and they have got the recognition under Form E. This is called Certificate of Recognition for Registered Valuer Organization. So be thorough with this. There will be one more question on this, on forms. Now don't worry, we are in 10:06 now. Half an hour is over. Balance 1.5 hours is there. 1 hour dot, please focus your attention. After that, I'll give you a break. In this 1 hour, there will be a power packed session, and after that, there will be a Q&A. So please be very focused. Please be very, very focused. Okay, good. Now, I have discussed about certificate of registration, application for recognition. Now, please come for the next important part, what is called as qualification and experience. Now, all of you, please look at this part. Qualification and experience, registered as a valuer, member of RVO. Now, qualification experience is given as rule number 4. Rule number 4. All of you, please note down all this. Okay, rule number 4. Now, I am going inside rule number 4. Please look at this. An individual shall have the following qualification experience to be eligible for registration under Rule 3. All of you have satisfied this. That is why you have been given admission now, and you have been enrolled as a member of AIIOVF. You are called as a valuer member. I repeat the word, you are called as a valuer member. Okay. So the word qualification and experience, I'll finish this, then I'll go to section 3. Okay. In section 3, there is one particular point all of you must know. Please look at section number 3 here. I mean, rule number 3, sorry. Please look at rule number 3. A person shall be eligible to be an RV. So, rule 3 is eligibility. Rule 4 is qualification and experience. Now, eligibility, what is the first eligibility? You are a valuer member of an RVO. Now, how many RVOs are there? 14 RVOs are there. Now, please look here. How many RVOs? Let me show you that list first. And out of this 14 RVOs, you must first be a member. Okay. Please look at this. These are the 14 RVOs. Please look here. 1 to 14. And where is your RVO? IBBA RVO 2020-013, 13. So the 13 belongs to All India Institute of Valuers Foundation. And they have got the license for all land and building, plant and machinery, and SFA. Now, you have this 14 RVOs. All these 14 RVOs are one and the same. All these 14 RVOs are one and the same. There are conditions applicable for it. I am going to discuss that condition also. Please be very clear. Please be very clear. You have, what do you call it as, eligibility and qualification for registration of valuers. You have eligibility and registration for registered valuer organization. So, apart from this, you will also have eligibility and also registered as a registered valuer entity. So, valuer, what is the eligibility qualification? Registered valuer entity, what is the eligibility and the other conditions? What is the RVO? What is the eligibility and the registration conditions? All these three are very important. Apart from this, two things: registration procedure for RV, registration procedure for RVO. All these will be important for examination. One by one, let us see. So you already know this. Rule number 3, eligibility has A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. So 11 sub-rules are there. 3, 1, 11 sub-rules. Now out of these 11 sub-rules, there will be one question will be there. So please wait. I'll go one by one. Slow and steady only I will go. Now, rule number 3, 2 speaks about partnership entity or company shall be registered as a registered value. What is the condition for that? So I will also discuss that part also. Now, all of us, we want to become a registered valuer as a partnership firm or as a company. What is the condition? Okay, please wait. One by one, I'll take you to. Okay, good. So where was I? I was in the 14 RV. Okay. So what is the first condition I mentioned here? So the condition number 1 is you must be a valuer member. So by paying, you have actually paid 2 fees. One is a membership fee. Another is the fee for this 50-hour training program. So plus GST and all you have paid. So point to be noted, a valuer member. All of you are now valuer member. The moment you have paid that particular fee, you are a valuer member. But please remember, when you will be a valuer member, please look at the explanation. A valuer member is a member who possesses the requisite educational qualification and experience. So that is what is very important. Please look at this. That is given in rule 4. This is rule. What is rule 4? All of you please look at. An individual shall have the following qualification and experience to be eligible for registration under rule 3. Namely, postgraduate degree A, bachelor's degree B, membership of a professional institute established by an act of parliament enacted for the purpose of the regulation of a profession with at least 3 years experience after such membership. So all of you are chartered accountants, cost accountants, company secretaries, what you call as a membership of a professional institute established by an act of parliament. Now this is what they have given here in annexure number 4. The qualification experience for various asset class is given in an indicative manner, not a comprehensive manner. Indicative manner, not a complete. Indicative in annexure 4 of these rules. And they make it one more very, very important point here. Please, all of you watch here. For the purpose of this rule and annexure 4, equivalent shall mean professional qualification, technical qualification, which are recognized by Ministry of HRD. Now it is Ministry of Education as equivalent to professional and technical degree. There are some 700 plus qualification which is there in Ministry of Education. Maybe if you want that, you can go and download and see that. Okay. So now I am taking you to annexure number 4, all of you. So what is that? Indicative manner. Okay. So after your, so where is it? So indicative manner. So let us see that. So this is your rule number 1. So let's go one by one. So where is it? This is annexure form number D and all. So let's go to annexure 4 directly, straight up. That is in the last page. Okay. Please look at this. So it's here. This is your annexure 4. Eligibility, qualification, experience for registration as a valuer. Maybe you can read plant and machinery. What are all the various plant and machinery? And if it is, what is a specified discipline, I'll come to that. That word specified discipline is very important. 5 years they have mentioned. And with respect to land and building, graduate means 5 years. Postgraduate means 3 years for plant and machinery. Here also graduate means 5 years. And for securities or financial asset, member, please look at this word, member of ICAI. So I have passed my CA final, I passed my CS final, passed my CMA final. Kya farak padta? Nahi, nothing. He has to become a member. And from that day of the becoming member, 3 years should have elapsed. So member of ICAI, ICSA, so membership has been given that much of importance under rule. So member of ICAI, member of ICSI, member of ICAI, that is Institute of Cost Accountants of India. So all of them should have completed 3 years of membership. And they don't say any specific discipline. The word specific discipline is only applicable for the graduation and post-graduation. Please wait. That word specific discipline, I'll come once again. And Master of Business Administration or postgraduate diploma in business management, specialization in finance. Especially in IIM, they don't give MBA. They only give postgraduate diploma in business management, specialization in finance, PGDBA, equivalent to MBA. That's called as PGDBA, equivalent to MBA, because they are not an university. They are actually an institute. Okay, so therefore they only give PGDBA. And Master of Business Administration is given by universities. So, and 3 years. So, any one of this. So, just 2 or 3 days back, one of our batch member, they have qualified. I was asking that gentleman, CP Shastri. He is from Hyderabad, but originally settled in he wrote the examination from Hyderabad, but he is originally from Bombay. So I asked him, what is your qualification? He said, I am an MBA with 20 to 30 years of experience. So MBA, postgraduate diploma in business management, members in CA, membership of CS, membership of ICMAI, 3 years. And postgraduate in finance. So there is also one more. Now, postgraduate in finance, please look at this. PG in finance. So sometimes people will say, I am an MCOM. I am an MCOM. So whether I will be eligible under this. So Master of Commerce, they have not mentioned. They only say postgraduate in finance. So meaning Masters in Financial Management. There are some course that is being given by universities like Karaikudi University, Pondicherry University. They give MFM, Masters in Financial Management. Whether that will come under this particular criteria, possibly they may come. So postgraduate in finance may come. But the point is, they have a list in the Ministry of Education. As I told you, 700 plus courses they have. So unless and otherwise it fits into that, they'll actually allow, else they will not allow. Because for example, the 2 examples what I gave, the Karaikudi University is Masters in Financial Management and Pondicherry University is Masters in Financial Management. They get a place in that 700 plus recognized courses. So for your kind information. Okay, good. Now please come to this particular part. Okay. Now let me go very quickly. So we are now in question number, what is it? 1017 we are, so we have to go much faster. So what I will do, this model code, I will first complete it. And then I will come to again rule 3 and 4. And then I will go for the various other rules. One by one, I will try to unravel it. I repeat, one by one, I will try to unravel it. So first, let me focus on model code so that you get a grip on. So a small area I will focus where a lot of questions are there. Okay. Now, please look at this, guys. So your model code is in which rule? Which annexure? Annexure number 1. So all of you, please pay your attention to annexure number 1. And please take a paper, pencil, or notebook. Try to note down these points, the catch words which I'll be discussing, so that it actually adds a lot of value when you actually sit and prepare yourself. Okay, quickly, I'm going to do that. Now, please look at these points. Model code of conduct. Okay, C clause 7G and rule 12.2D of the rule. So I will take you to 7G and 12.2D because these 2 rules are very important. Okay, 7G, please look at this. So what is 7G, guys? You have to comply with the code of conduct. What is the 7? Condition for registration. Okay, so they have given many conditions. A, B, C, D, up to M is the condition. And one of the condition is you should comply with the code of conduct of the RVO, of which, as per the annexure 1 of the rule of the RVO, of which is a member. Comply with the code of conduct of the RVO, of which is a member. Comply with the code of conduct as per annexure 1 of this rule of the RVO. Please understand, every RVO, they have a code of conduct. Now, AIIOVF, they have a code of conduct. So we have the other 13 RVOs, they have a code of conduct. This code of conduct is only copy paste of annexure 1. That is what I want to make this point. That is why 7G is important. Comply with the code of conduct of the RVO, of which he is a member. And what is the code of conduct of AIIOVF? So the managing director AIIOVF has told you that nothing. 7G only. What is 7G? Actually, there is a very popular movie also in Tamil or in Telugu also. That is called 7G Rainbow Colony. Okay, so please remember that 7G is a very, very important term. Now, apart from 7G, there is 12.2D also very important. Please look at 12.2D. What is 12.2D? This 12 is the organization referred to in sub-rule 1 shall be recognized if it lays down and enforces the code of conduct. So this is what you say, two sides of the coin. One side of the coin is 7G, that is 7G rainbow colony. What is 7G? That is applicable for registered valuers. I repeat, 7G is for registered valuer. 12.2D is for RVO. What is the RVO? They should lay down and enforce a code of conduct for valuer who are members, which includes all the provisions mentioned in Annexure 1. So, as a registered valuer, follow the code of conduct of the RVO as specified in Annexure 1. As an RVO, you must lay down and enforce. Who? AAOVF must enforce a code of conduct that every member should follow. So that is your 7G and 12.2D. Okay. Note down these numbers so that sometimes. So what is your rule number? 7G and rule number 12.2D. 7G and 12.2D both are model code. 7G is from an RV perspective, 12.2D is from an RVO perspective. Okay, good. Now coming to the model code. So I will actually divide this entire 21 rules into parts: qualification, eligibility, then model code, then valuation standards, then registration procedures. Okay, then violation. If you do violation, what will happen? All. I'll go one by one. Now, please look at this. Integrity and fairness. I told you this is a section. There are 8 sections, 30 code. And out of this, how questions will be asked? Now I'm going for the exam questions. Integrity and fairness. A valuer shall endeavor to ensure that he or it provides true and adequate information and shall not misrepresent any facts or situation. This is a positive point. I repeat, this is a positive point. Okay. Now this is a question here, question number 1. Okay. Question number 1. So all of you please look here. How will you answer this question? A valuer shall endeavor to ensure, and you can type your answer, and I don't want your answer to be typed in A, B, C, D and all. I want the English to be typed. Fair means type F-A, yeah. Adequate means type adequate, A-D-E-Q-U-A-T-E. Reasonable means reasonable. Okay. And do not type as A, B, C, D. I don't want that answer. Okay. Good. A valuer shall endeavor to ensure that he means register value. It means register value or entity provides true and normally in chartered accountants we are obsessed with the word called true and fair. By looking at this word true and fair, no tick it at fair, I will tick it. Wrong, absolutely wrong. Govinda. Okay. Now please look at this. Shall ensure that it provides true and adequate information. Valuer. Okay. When he prepares the report. Okay. When he prepares a report, report should be true. And report must be adequate. That is what point number 3 says. Okay. Adequate. And shall not misrepresent any fact. Hope all of you answered the questions. So I have only answer from Deepak, Ashwin, Rohit Bajaj, Harsha Dalal. Others, are you there or not? Unless and otherwise you answer your questions, I will presume that you are not attending. Amit Agarwal, very good. How about others? Rajesh Jain, very good. I want everyone to answer. Okay, everyone to answer. But next question. This is the 5 means actually the 3 means it is your look at 3. This is valuer shall endeavor to represent. This is called model code number 3. Please keep your audio. Nikar Jain, mute. Mute. That's good. Now look at 5. Okay, look at fact. A valuer shall keep public interest foremost while delivering his services. Now answer this question. Valuer shall keep which is foremost? Client interest, banker's interest, private interest, which is foremost? Yes, everyone must type. Everyone must type. Okay, that's good. Rajesh, Jain, Lokesh, Mithal. How about others? You have gone to have your breakfast? Okay, good. Now, point number 2, please look here. This is item number 2. This is a very, very interesting question. A valuer shall maintain integrity by being honest. Look at all the good words have been brought in. Straightforward and forthright in all professional relationships. Your exam questions will be like this one. They will actually give a, what do you call it as a fill in the blanks. Okay, like this. Okay, now please look at this. A valuer shall maintain integrity by being honest, straightforward, and forthright in all business relationships, client relationships, legal relationships, professional relationships. So, which is the right answer? Professional. Okay. I am only getting 6 answers. 7 answers I've got. Good. So remaining 3, I think they are only watching. They are not typing. In chat, you have to type. Okay. Good. So question number 1 is C. Note down, because your answers also you should note it down using a pen and pencil. I will only share this slide, but I will not give the answer. So you have to note down the answer while doing it. Second is public interest. So again, 2 is also C. 3 is actually B. Okay, good. Now come to 4th. The same question, see how it is twisted. Valuer shall maintain integrity by being responsible, straightforward, forthright, loyal, straightforward, forthright. All good words are there. You will be actually confused. Oh my God, valuer, how good words they are giving. So all the words seems to be nice words. So which is the right word? Honest. Okay. So 4B. That's good. Okay, 4B. That's good. Now next. Responsible. Nikar Jain. I think you need to read that. That is why you need to read it. Okay. So honest, straightforward, and forthright in all professional relationships. You know, this is the place where people lose more marks. You know why? Why is only one reason. Because they only read the model code. I repeat, reading model code will not help you.
Yes, sir.
Then what will happen? What you should do is, once, at least once, you must use your pen and write the 30 code. Only once you have to write. Then it gets registered. Okay, what are the words? That they actually play in words. They actually play in words. So you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful. Okay. A valuer shall refrain from being involved in any action that would bring disrepute to the profession. This is one of the 4th code. Now please answer this question. A valuer shall ignore from being involved in any action that would bring disrepute to the profession, or avoid, or refrain, or sojourn. Actually, 2 or 3 words are synonym words. But rule is a rule. Rule is a rule. The word is a word. So there we cannot argue with the law saying that no, my word avoid is also similar to refrain. You should give me marks. No. Okay. Refrain is the correct word. Okay. So the rule is very important, because what we are studying is rule. Okay. Next, the professional competence and due care. Please look at this. What do you say? The item number 6 in the model code. A valuer shall render at all times high standards of service, exercise due diligence, ensure proper care, and exercise independent professional judgment. Now, answer this question. Valuer shall render at all times high standards of service, exercise due diligence, ensure proper care, and exercise independent natural judgment, correct judgment, professional judgment, which seems to be more close, more appropriate. I think all seems to be appropriate only. This is how the paper setters will set the questions. Okay. So professional judgment. Okay. So only 5 of you are answering. What happened to others? Okay. So what is the 6th question answer? It is professional judgment. Okay. So it is professional judgment. So 6A. And 5 is actually a reference. So 5C. Okay. Good. Now let's go to the next one. Very important. This is a very popular question that's been asked many times. 7th one. A valuer shall carry out professional services in accordance with the relevant technical and professional standards that may be specified from time to time. Relevant technical and professional standards. Okay. So a valuer shall carry out professional services in accordance with the relevant dash and professional standards. Because what generally people will feel is valuer means you should follow accounting standards, you should follow valuation standards that may be specified from time to time. Okay. So both are wrong. For your kind information, both are wrong. So which is the right one? It's only the technical standards for your information. Okay. It's only the technical. So 7B. Good. Then look at 9. Okay. So where is 9? It's 9 is here. 9 is here. Okay. In the preparation of valuation report, please look at this. The valuer shall not disclaim liability of his or her expertise. You must understand one thing very clearly, guys. Forensic audit report and valuation report, both you should not disclaim. This is not an audit report where a chartered accountant will say, I will disclaim. No, I am not unable to comment on the opinion because of so and so reason. Those cannot be done here. In the preparation of a valuation report, the valuer shall not disclaim liability for his or its expertise or deny his or its duty of care. There is only one place where you can disclaim. What is it? Except to the extent. This word is very important. Okay, because where you can actually disclaim. The assumptions are based on statement of facts provided by the company or provided by the auditors or provided by the consultants or provided by the information available in public domain and not generated by the valuer. So there is the place where you can actually give disclaimer. See, this data is not mine. So based on the data, I have done it. So data veracity, I don't know. That is the place you can actually give disclaimer. So please be careful. It is not that the valuation report for you have not given me data, you have not provided data, how will I do valuation? Then you should not accept the valuation assignment at all. Okay. So if you want to do the valuation, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 30 points you give, ask him to provide that, then only you can give valuation. If they are not giving, valuation cannot be done. You should not accept that assignment at all, and nobody else also can do it. And that is why they are bringing this as a code. No, I'll give a disclaimer valuation report. That is not a valuation at all. And valuer is not a calculator. Valuer is not a disclaimer person. Okay. In the preparation of the valuation report, the valuer shall not disclaim liability for his or its expertise or deny his or its duty of care, except to the extent that the assumptions are based on the statement of facts provided by whom? Provided by the company and not generated by the valuer. Provided by the consultants and not generated by the valuer. Provided by the information that is available in public domain and not generated by the valuer. All of the above. AOTA means all of the above. So which is the right one? Okay. Which is the right one? Rohit Bajaj. No? All of the above. AOTA. Right? Good. That's nice. That's nice. Surendra Pratap Shahi. Information available in public domain is wrong. Okay. Right. So 8D. Good. Now please come to the next one. Independence and disclosure of interest. A valuer shall act with objectivity in his or its professional dealings by ensuring that his or its decisions are made without the presence of any bias, conflict of interest, coercion, or undue influence of any party, whether directly connected to the valuation assignment or not. Please look at this. Very interesting. Shall act objectivity in his or its professional dealing and without the presence of, decisions are made without the presence of bias, conflict of interest, coercion, undue influence. Now please answer this question. This question is not, there is no, what do you say, fill in the blanks. This question is reverse. Valuer shall act with objectivity in his or his professional dealing by ensuring that his decisions are made without the presence of bias, conflict of interest, coercion, undue influence, direct, clear, or connected violation. Identify which section of the model code of conduct. This can be reverse question. I told you there are 8 sections. So from section they are asking. So always remember, conflict of interest is the underlying word. Disclosure of interest. When you have conflict of interest, you must disclose. So independence and disclosure of interest is the section. Please look here. Independence and disclosure of interest. This is a section. So you will be wondering why he has actually put the section and all. Sometimes the question can be reversed. They'll give the code, they'll ask which section it is. So that is also very interesting, okay, for your kind information. So answer is 9C. So please understand that questions can be in any form. So the rule have to be read at least 4 times. First time when you read, you will know. Second time you will read, oh, okay, I've got a grip on. Third time you will be thorough. Fourth time you will actually, you will know, okay, next is this, next is that. You will be able to connect also. Okay, that's very nice. As an independent valuer, the valuer shall not, this is a negative one. This is a negative. I repeat, this is not a positive code, this is a negative code. Shall not charge success fee. Now please answer this question. All will look very close answers. And as an independent valuer, the valuer shall not charge high fees, percentage fees, low fees. Okay, all seems to be very interesting. Okay, very close also. So which is actually prohibited. Okay, success based. Then C. Please answer this question. So then 12, 13. So let me take the next one. Okay, next one. This is another interesting question, guys. A valuer shall maintain complete independence in his or its professional relationship and shall conduct valuation independent of external influence. Very important. Now please look here. A valuer shall maintain complete independence in his or its professional relationships and shall conduct a valuation independent of internal influence, client influence, authorities, income tax department influence, which should be the right answer. Okay. So external influence. So all will look, if at all you have not read it and gone, you will feel as though all answers are very close. Okay, so 11B. Good. Next one. Information management, very, very important. Very, very important. Okay. Because now I'm going to compare. I'm going to compare actually. Okay, please look at this. This is item number 24. Please look at this. Item number 24. This item number 24, please watch it very carefully. A valuer while respecting confidentiality. Information acquired during the course of performing professional services shall maintain working papers. See, as a chartered accountant, company secretary, cost accountant, after auditor, after the professional work, maintaining working papers is a mandate. Now here the working papers has to be maintained for a period of 3 years or such longer period as required in its contract. Please don't stop with this. Okay, for production before regulatory authority or for peer review. So, what is the minimum period? 3 years or such longer period. And in the event of a pending case before tribunal, appellate tribunal, okay, the record shall be maintained till the disposal of the case. Please look at this. So, minimum you must maintain if no issues, no jagada, then 3 years or such longer period for a specific valuation for production before a regulatory authority or for a peer review purpose. Okay, so 3 years or more, or longer period in its contract for a specific valuation. For example, the particular contract is, you have done a valuation where the joint venture valuation is for a period of 6 years or for a period of 5 years. Then you need to keep that record for 5 years. Or if there is a jagada, then you need to keep the maintained till the disposal of the case. Now, please answer this question. So, if at all you have not read this, all of us will only jump to a conclusion. Under Companies Act, minimum 8 years, you will only maintain books, records. Evaluator, while respecting confidentiality, shall maintain proper working papers for a minimum of 8 years or such longer period. Okay, it is 3 years. Okay. Oh wow, Lokesh Mittal. Very good. But you will be now surprised if I am going to discuss further now. Please hear. What is rule 7F? 7F says same. Because model code also says minimum 3 years. 7F rule also says maintain record of each assignment undertaken by him for at least 3 years from the completion of such assignment. Okay. Good. Now I am going to show you one more thing. This is called the valuation standard, ICA RVO valuation standard, valuation report and documentation. Okay. Please look at this, guys. This is your look at this. This is your ICA valuation standards. You must also read this valuation standards, guys. And there are 2 valuation standards. This is one valuation standards which is very, very important. Where is it? It is in the non-standing committee. Go to the valuation standards board. And here it is valuation standards. This is it. This is your ICA valuation standards. And here it is in 202 reporting and documentation. Okay, 68 to 75. And that is what I have showed here. Evaluator shall retain the information as well as analysis, assumptions, workings, your Excel workings. And this retention period is ordinarily not shorter than 8 years. Look at this. From the date of the valuation report. Okay. Not shorter than. Not shorter than. Please look at this. This is para number 43. This retention period for valuation documentation is ordinarily not shorter than 8 years from the date of valuation report. For your kind information. So, your valuation rules speaks about 3 years or more, or until the completion of the jagada, okay, in the tribunal. Here it is not shorter than 8 years, not shorter than. That means minimum. So, look at the wordings. So, again, don't type 3 here. 3 is wrong. 3 is right there, but 3 is wrong here. 8 is wrong there, 8 is right here. So, a valuer shall retain the information obtained as well as his analysis, assumption and working. So, moment it is called analysis, assumptions and working, 8 years. Okay. So, this retention period not shorter than 8 years. Okay, 8 is what? 13C. But look at 12. 12 is what? It is 3. 12B. So please be careful. Please be careful. There is a difference between your ICA RVO 10202 standard as well as your evaluation rules. Good. So now I want to show you one more dimension. This is International Valuation Standards 102 para 30 valuation record. What is the period International Valuation Standards speak about? Record must be kept. Record must be kept for a reasonable period. So rule says 3 years or above. ICA RVO valuation states 8 years or above. International Valuation Standard says reasonable period. Okay.
So
Please be careful.
I have 12. For the exam prospectus, what will be the right answer? Whether it is 3.
Who's the gentleman? Always, whenever you ask a question, give your name.
Sir, this is Nikhar Jain.
Nikhar Jain. Yes, ask your question.
Sir, for the exam prospectus, what will be the right answer? 3 years or 8 years? Actually, institute ICI is 8 years. ICI is rule saying 8 years, but जो rule में लिखा हुआ है this is 3 years. So I think 3 years should be right answer.
Don't think here. Never think. Just
Yes.
read the sentence.
Yes.
Don't ever think. Don't ever think. Thinking is wrong. Please look at these wordings.
Yes, sir.
What is the wordings here? Please look here. Confidentiality. I have underlined that word confidentiality. Please underline that word.
Okay.
A valuer, while respecting confidentiality, shall maintain working papers for a minimum period. Now here, please come to this word. Here, whether the word confidentiality is there in ICA RVO valuation standard. Tell me. A valuer shall retain the information required, analysis, assumptions, working, etc., etc. This retention period shorter than 8 years. So where is the catch? So please read between the lines. A valuer, while respecting confidentiality, how many years?
8 years. 8 years. 8 years.
Wrong.
3
Wrong.
years.
If the word confidentiality is there, it is rules, 3 years. If the word confidentiality is not there, then it is ICA RVO valuation standards. And please look at the word. Instead of confidentiality, analysis, assumptions, and workings is there. If the word analysis, assumption, working is there, it is 8 years. So just pick up all those catch words. That is most important. Don't be a seminar participant. Use a pencil, pen, write the keywords. If you are missing the keywords, Govinda, 1 mark gone. Please be careful. Okay. This is not a seminar where you hear and then interpret. No interpretation. Straight to the bullseye only. The word is there, 3 years. Word is not there, 8 years. Simple. Confidentiality. Please be clear with that word. That is why we have taken that much effort in bringing out those keywords. Please remember the keywords and use your pencil. Use your, what do you call it, as presence of mind. Note down that keywords in your notebook. Otherwise, it will evaporate from mind. Please be very clear. Okay. Niha Jain, yes? Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Next question. Next is what? IVS, will it say any period? They don't say period. They say reasonable period. Here the word analysis is not there, confidentiality is not there. There is only one word is there. Must, valuer must. When he does a work, he must keep a record for a reasonable period. It is very general. It is very general. Remember, I am not advocating any standard. I am not demeaning any standard. I am only bringing before the learned audience how to actually understand and interpret each and every sentence. That is where, as a professional, you need to be very, very clear about. Okay, good. Next, gifts and hospitality. Good. a valuer or his or its relative shall not accept gift, shall not, negative, or hospitality. Okay, now please answer this question. 14, a valuer or his or its relative shall not accept gifts or money and perquisite. All of the above, all will look very close. Okay, very, very, what do you say, tempting. Okay, which undermines or affects the independence as a valuer. Harsh Dalal, analysis working 8 years, confidentiality 3. Amazing. This is what I want. This is what I want. Hospitality, Nikar. I want everybody to answer in the chat box. Don't be a mere spectator. This is not an entertainment session or a Sholay film is not going here. This is a class. Very important 50-hour educational program. I want everybody to answer. And IBBA is watching this for your kind information. And here and there, IBBA people will come and go. See, sometimes the number will be 21. Sometimes number will be 22 participants. Sometimes it will be 20. It means IBBA people are coming inside and going out. So please be careful. Okay. A valuer is over. Next, 14th, what is the answer? Perquisite, 14B. Not 14B, sorry. Hospitality, 14C. A valuer shall not accept any fees or charges other than those which are disclosed in a written contract, the person to whom he would be rendering service. Now, please answer this question. A valuer shall not accept any fees or charges other than those which are, oh my God, please be careful. All four comes very close. Okay. Shall not accept any fees other than those which are approved in a written contract, disclosed in a written contract, agreed in a written contract, confirmed. Okay. So what is it? The word is not disclosed. That is a catch word is very important, guys. Catch word. And you should not argue with IBBA. How can you say disclosed? It can be confirmed also. It can be approved also. Rule is rule. Okay. So disclosed. So 28, disclosed. So 15, D. Okay. Good. Occupation, employability restriction. A valuer shall refrain from accepting too many assignments. Now please answer this question. Sorry, that is another. This is another. I think that question I put it at the last. A valuer shall not conduct business which, in the opinion of the authority or RVO, discredit the profession. Now answer this question. A valuer shall not conduct business which, in the opinion of the authority, that is IBBI or the RVO, damages the profession, enhances the profession, dilutes the profession. All seems to be very nice words. Okay. Okay. Discredits. Okay. And Lokesh Mittal ABCD nahi chalega yahan. You have to type the word. You have to type the answer. Okay. So it is discredit 16C. Good. Now come to the next question. This is with respect to ethics. How to use the work of an expert. Okay. Discredit. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Lokesh Mittal ji, don't type ABCD. I want you to type the word. Okay. Then only the word will be registered here. Very good. Guidance on use of work experts. Now, this is an expert that is defined under Companies Act 238. Now, I want you to take you to a particular para. This is para number 15 on international valuation standards. Please look at this para number 50.2. You are valuing intangible assets. Intangible asset of a cloud company. Are you qualified enough to value an intangible asset of a cloud company? Okay, there is no restriction that you cannot do a valuation for a cloud company intangible asset. But please look at this. If a valuer does not possess all of the necessary technical skills, what is cloud? What is server? What is the software? What is version 2, version 3 software? What is client server architecture? What is cloud architecture? why the cloud, which out of this entire cloud architecture, which is the most critical component or infrastructure, you need technical support. You need to actually get technical guidance. So there, if you don't possess all the necessary technical skills, experience, and knowledge, it is acceptable. Please look at that English word, acceptable. Acceptable for the valuer to seek assistance from specialists in certain aspects of overall assignment, provided this is disclosed in the scope of work to the client and also in the valuation report. Please now answer this question. If a valuer does not possess all of the necessary technical skills, experience, and knowledge to perform all aspects of valuation, dash for the valuer to seek assistance. It is conventional for the valuer to seek assistance. It is proscribed for the valuer to seek assistance. It is not acceptable for the valuer to seek assistance, which is correct. It is acceptable. So 17B. Okay, very important. Okay, this is an ethics, comes under ethics actually. Now terms of engagement. Please look at this. Where terms of engagement has been mentioned in International Valuation Standards 101, Section 10. Okay. Now in Section 10, please look at this. Very good, very good, very good. Amit Tagarwal, Rohit Bajaj, good. Para 10.1, scope. Scope is also known as terms of engagement. The scope of work, also known as terms of engagement, describes the fundamental terms of evaluation engagement, like assets being valued, purpose of evaluation, responsibilities of parties involved. All the three, very important. Okay. Now, something very important is missing here, no? Please answer this question. The scope describes the fundamental terms of evaluation engagement, includes the following except asset being valued, is it scope? Purpose of evaluation, is it scope? Responsibilities of the parties involved in the valuation, is it scope? Professional fees for valuation. All of us will think scope includes professional fees. We are wrong. Fees can additional to scope, but mandatorily scope should have three things. What is it? The asset being valued, purpose, responsibilities. This is mandatory in scope. So fees is not a mandate mentioned in any of the standard. ये तो आपस का मामला है. Okay, so please be clear. Right, now the rules part. I am coming for the rules already. One I have discussed. Two. Now I come to rules, sections, all those I am going to relate now, one by one. Okay, one by one I will relate. Good. Now board of directors, all of you please look at this. This is rules, sir. RVO, this is Annexure 2, guys. Annexure 1 is actually a model code of conduct. Annexure 2 is forms. Form A is application for registration as a valuer by an individual. Form B is application for registration as a professional, the partnership firm or company to be applied as a registered valuer entity. C is the certificate of registration. D is the application for recognition. And E is the certificate of recognition. This is what the 5 forms are. Now, I am taking you to Annexure C. That is actually, what do you call it as, the registered valuers organizations model. It is a model bylaw. The model bylaw will be there in, this is what it is. Part 5. CE. This is, please look at this. Annexure 3, very important. Governance structure and model bylaws for RVO. Okay. So what I will do now, I'll open one more so that here and there we'll go. Please look at this. RVO, all of you please look at this, RVO. An RVO, what is the eligibility for an RVO is, an RVO that meets the following criteria only will be an RVO. Number one, it should be a Section 25 company or a Section 8 company. Okay. And has its bylaws as specified in Annexure 3. So one, it should be a Section 8 company or a Section 25 company. And all the 14, what I showed you, are all Section 8 companies. I showed you all 14, no? All the RVOs. Please look at this. These 14 RVOs, all these 14 RVOs are all Section 8 companies. Number one. Number two, they have a bylaw. And that bylaw is as per Annexure 3. Now, where is Annexure 3? Annexure 3 is here. This is the governance structure and modern bylaw for registered valuer organization. From this, I am going to mention only few points, which is very important. Okay. Now, please look at this. Can you amend the bylaw? This will be an exam question. And in the amendment of bylaw, there are certain, the periods. Please look at this. If you have to amend the bylaw, 3 times favorable vote must be there, against vote. The against vote is 1. The favorable vote must be 3 times for it. Please look at this. Governing body, while amending, must have 3 times the number of votes, if any, cast against the resolution. So that is number 1 condition. So I'll come to this amendment of bylaws. Amendment of bylaws for RVO. So number 1 point, 3/4 for voting should be there. This is number 1 condition. Number 2 condition, the resolution must be filed within 7 days from the date of passing. So please type 7 days from date of passing. This is another date. Another one, the amendment to the bylaw shall come into force on the 7th day of the receipt of the approval from the authority. 7 days, 7th day from the receipt of approval. Who should give the approval? Approval should be given by the authority. Authority means always IDBI only. 7th day from the receipt of approval. Now, the RVO shall file a printed copy with the authority, that is IDBI, within 15 days from the date of amendment. So, file within 15 days. Okay, file within 15 days a printed copy of the amended bylaws from the date of such amendment is made effective. Within 15 days, file printed copy. Printed copy of amended bylaws. From which date? From the date it is effective. From the date it is effective. So all these wordings are very, very important. Okay. Any one can come as a question. So I don't want to bore you with more multiple choice questions. So I'm just giving you the pointers alone. Note down all this. Okay. Good. Now coming to composition of board. In composition of board, there can be an exam question. Okay, composition of board of what? Composition of board of RVO. Please look at this. More than half shall be resident in India and all time doing their tenure. So, more than half is one criteria. Another, not more than 1/4 shall be registered. Not more than 1/4 shall be registered valuer. Okay, for example, if the board consists of, for example, 12 members, more than half means 6 is half. More than half means minimum 7 should be resident. Not more than 1/4. What is 1/4 of this? 3. 3 should be maximum registered values. Others can be non-registered values. So registered values should be there. Minimum 1/4. I mean maximum 1/4. More than half shall be independent directors. So more than half, okay, must be independent directors. Okay, so remember these 3 things. More than half resident, more than half should be, I repeat, independent directors. Not more than 1/4 should be RV. So not more than 1/4 RV, More than half should be independent directors. More than half should be resident. Very important. Now, please answer this question. In the composition of governing board for registered valuer organization, not more than dash of the director shall be registered valuer. I am not going to answer this question. You are going to answer. Not more than 1/4. Okay. So never 1/5 is there, 1/3 is there. Okay, please understand. It's only more than 1/2 and not more than 1/4. These are the only two terms are there. So read as many times you read and note down the points. That is the only thing that can help you. Otherwise, nothing can help. 1/3. Who is that brilliant chap who gave 1/3? Rohit. So Rohit, you have to be very careful. Okay. Good. Next. Who's the authority responsible for the registration and supervision of the registered valuer? Sorry, I was where which is which question. So 18th question is D. 19. So 19 is 1/4. So 19C. Let's go to the next one. Who's the authority responsible for registration, supervision of registered valuer? The authority always means the IBBA only. So 20B. And where it is given in Rule 2B. In Rule 2B, it says authority means authority specified by central government. And there is a notification. Under that notification, it is IBBA. Okay. Good. So next. This is section 247. I repeat, section 247. I told you that there is a section called 247 2D. In 2D, please look at this section. What is 247 2D? 2D. Do not undertake valuation of any assets in which he has a direct or indirect interest or become so interested at any time during a period of 3 years prior to his appointment or 3 years after the valuation of the assets conducted by him. So, whenever there is a requirement for a registered value, many people used to ask, they used to have a doubt. I was a statutory auditor, can I do valuation? I was a tax auditor, can I do a valuation? I was an internal auditor, can I do valuation? I was a cost auditor, can I do valuation? I was a secretarial auditor, can I do valuation? So I actually did a consulting work for them, can I do valuation? No. Answer is no. 3 years you should be independent. So 3 years before you could have done anything. 3 years, not undertake valuation of any assets, okay, in which he has direct or indirect interest, or become so interested at any time during a period of 3 years. So even after your relationship with the company, they are very happy with your valuation report. They want to appoint you as a secretarial auditor, they want to appoint you as a cost auditor, they want to appoint a statutory auditor, they want to give you internal audit. No, this is a violation. But once you violate, what will happen? Once you violate this, 247 to 25,000 or maximum 1 lakh. And because of this, it has been proved that there was an intention to defraud the company. There is a free boarding and lodging for 1 year and 1 lakh rupee penalty. Maximum it can go up to 5 lakhs. So very serious provision. And if you ask me a question, what is called direct interest, what is indirect interest, I don't know. Okay, so that is a better thing is there should not be any, and maybe you can say it was arm's length transaction. Maybe only 1 or 2 arm's length transaction I can explain. You are the Voltas Limited, they are asking you to do the valuation. Last year only you bought an air conditioner from Voltas. Can you say you have an indirect interest? As a customer you have bought, then it is a, what do you call it as a arm's length transaction. You are not given a special concession because you are a professional. So like you went to a dealer and dealer is price what is applicable for all the customers, you have also got it. So that is the place where you can actually prove that no, I was not anywhere having direct or indirect. Other than that, this word is very, very tricky. Very, very tricky, guys. So very simple thing is I shouldn't have any transaction nor my relative should have any transactions. That is very important. Okay. So, for example, you are a firm. You have not done any transaction, but you are one of your firm's partner as a transaction, or he has done some consulting or an assignment. Don't do it. Okay. Very, very sensitive. Very sensitive. Now, please answer this question. A registered valuer shall not undertake valuation of any asset in which he has a direct or indirect interest or become so interested at any time during a period of 5 years prior to his appointment as valuer, 4 years prior to his appointment as valuer, 2 years prior to his appointment, or 3 years prior to his appointment. Okay. So, all are 3. So, 21B. Good. Now coming to the constitution. Now, please look at this constitution, guys. Okay. I'll just show you the valuation standards constitution. This is the people who are part of the, this is the valuation standards. All of you, please look at this. Chapter number 5 of the rules speaks about valuation standard. It says, who will notify the valuation standard? Central government. Okay. As of today, do you have a valuation standards? No. But you have the reference valuation standards. What is it here? Please look at this wording, sir. They use in rule number 8. Please look at rule number 8. What is rule number 8? I think I have also given that here. Rule number 8. This is rule number 8 with respect to valuation report. But that is not here. Nevertheless, I want to show you this rule. Please look at this. The registered valuer, while conducting the valuation, comply with the valuation standards as notified or modified under Rule 18. So that is why I went to Rule 18. As notified, who will notify? Central government will notify. It is not Minister of Corporate Affairs, it is central government. Number 1. Is it not IDBA? It is central government. It is not RVO, it is central government. Okay. And until that valuation standards are notified or modified by central government, a valuer shall make valuations as per internationally accepted valuation standard. I don't know which is international accepted valuation standard. So we have a standard called international valuation standard. You have European valuation standard. You have US valuation standards are there. You have red book is there. You have blue book is there. You have valuation standards adopted by any RVO. Wow, you have 14 RVOs. Which RVOs adopted a valuation standard? ICA RVOs adopted a valuation standards which is proposed by or pronounced by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. So even ICA RVO, they have not prepared a valuation standard. The valuation standard which is proposed by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India has been adopted by ICA RVO. So that is the only standard today it has been adopted. How about international valuation standard? We can take that because it's a British standard. So many of the Asian countries, they accept or they adopt or use international valuation standards. And there is a committee that was formed. And I was fortunate to be part of that particular committee to share my views on valuation standards to be pronounced in our country. And for your surprise, you know which standards they actually discuss there? They discuss international valuation standards. So to what extent it can be indigenized, it can be the Pardesi standard can be desified, okay, can be desified. They were actually discussing. I was under the very clear-cut point I was giving that we need a Desi standards which needs to be developed suo moto, and we cannot directly adopt international standards. Of course, there are best things are there, we can take it. There are also worst things are there which we cannot take it. So that I was very clear on that particular part. And I was also recommending to consider the ICA RVO valuation standards to be part of the valuation standard which will be proposed. So the government is very, I will say the committee was inclined towards international valuation standards. So maybe today, maybe tomorrow, we'll get a valuation standards, which is amalgam or mix of the best practices of ICA, RVO and international valuation standards, and then we may get it. So we have to wait and see, and that will become a Indian valuation standards. Okay, that will become a Indian valuation standard. So now please look at this. This will be found by a committee, and this committee consists of what? There is a chairperson. Okay, and you know who is the chairperson for that particular committee? Professor Narayan Swami is a chartered accountant of IIM Bangalore. So he was the chairperson. So one chairperson plus 3 people, 1 member from MCA, 1 member from IBBI, 1 member from legislative department. So 1 plus 3 is 4. And another 4 members representing, allowing valuation by registered valuers, representing authorities who are allowing. So they are authorities, 4 representations from authorities who are allowing valuation by registered valuer. Who are they? Example, Reserve Bank of India, FEMA valuation, they were actually allowing valuers. Who they were allowing? Chartered accountants and merchant bankers. This is number 1. SEBI was actually, SEBI is another regulator. So SEBI and the Reserve Bank of India, IRDA, okay, Central Board of Direct Taxes. So all these regulators, Central Board of Indirect Taxes and Customs, CBIC. So from all these regulators, there will be 4 representatives, plus 4 members who are representatives of RVO, who are 14 RVOs are there. So 4 from authorities, 4 from RVOs. Then 2 members from industry, plus 3 presidents of ICAI, ICSI, and ICMEI, Institute of Cost Accountants of India. So these are the 17 person. Actually, this 17 is 14 plus 3. How is 14 plus 3? 1 plus 3. 1 is the chairman plus 3 nominated members from MCA, IBBA, legislative department. So 4 people plus 4 authorities plus 4 RVOs. So 4 plus 4 plus 4, 12, plus 2 from industry, plus 3 presidents of the 3 institutes. They are called ex officio because president will change year after year. So the president, whoever is having office, they will be forming part of this particular committee. Now please answer this question. Under Rule 19, the committee shall advise on valuation matter shall comprise of 14 plus 3, out of which up to how many members who are representatives of RVO will be nominated by central government? How many? 3 or 4? It is 4. There is nothing called 3. So Ashwin Kumar says 3 is wrong. It is 4. Okay, it's 4. So 4. So answer is 22C. Good. Next question. Very good. Very good. Now I want you to go through this particular part also. That is with respect to registration. In registration, application for registration, application for recognition. These 2 are very, very important. Okay. Now, application for recognition and application for registration. I want you to read this particular section. I mean, rule number 6 very, very thoroughly. Rule 6. And rule 6 will carry mark. Okay. So I'll just put this here. Rule 6. So what is rule 6, guys? When you apply for certificate of registration, because in rule 6 and parallelly, I will also compare you with rule number. This is for recognition. Please look at this. In recognition, there is an application for recognition. This is rule 13. These 2 will be very, very similar. Okay, so rule 6 and rule 13. So please watch this rule 6 and rule 13 parallelly. Okay. Now, one by one, I am going to share with you. So here I will have rule number 13. Here I will have rule number 6. Okay. So both let us see one by one. Look at rule number 6 here. Rule number 6. Application for certificate. An individual eligible for registration as a registered valuer may make an application in Form A in Annexure 2. So, first is application is Form A. So, here it is Form A or Form B. Form B. Form A is for whom? Form A is for individual. Form B is for whom? Firm or company. Firm or a company. But here in Rule 13, what is the form? In Rule 13, the form is Form D only. Only one form. Okay, it is only Form D. Now, who will apply? Section 25 company only can apply. Otherwise, Section 8 company. There should be existing Section 25 company under the Companies Act 1956 or the new Section 8 company under the. So, this is rule number 6. This is rule number 13. So, form number, please be clear about it. So, already I have discussed this. Now, come to the next one. So, once the form is clear, okay, you have to pay fees. What is the fee? You have to pay 5,000 rupees. So, Form A, sorry. Form A, what is the fee, sir? Rupees 5,000. But for Form B, what is the fee, sir? 10,000 rupees. Okay. So please be clear about this. So this is 10,000, this is 5,000. But we are wrong. But when you go and pay the fees, it is not 5,000. It is 5,000 plus GST, 18%. So 5,900 you have to pay, and it is 11,800 you have to pay. Okay. Practically, I'm telling you. Okay. So Form A and Form B. So you have to pay along with GST. Okay. Good. So then the authority shall examine and may grant 21 days. Okay. So once you make an application, may grant 21 days to the applicant to remove deficiencies, if any, in the application. Okay. So after examining, so deficiencies. Okay. So how many days? 21 days. So here also, please look at this. Once you make an application, the authority may require the applicant to appear within 25 days before the authority for exposure. Here. The authority shall examine the application and may grant 21 days to remove the deficiencies. So, to remove the deficiencies in both the places, I call it this. Okay, it is called removing the deficiencies. So, the removing the deficiencies for both, it is 21 days only. I repeat, it is 21 days only. So removing the deficiencies, it is 21 days. Okay, so that is common for both. Remember, common for both. Now, please come to this part. The authority may require the applicant to submit additional documents or clarification within 21 days. So, additional documents or clarification. So, this additional document or 21 days. So, remove the deficiencies. How will you remove? By submitting your additional documents or clarification. So, here also, please look at this word. The authority may require the applicant to submit additional document or clarify within 21 days. So, the same point. So, nothing special. Here also the same 21 days. Okay. So, remove deficiencies, I will inform. And also you must submit additional documents or clarification within that 21 days. So, clear? Then now come to the next one. So, from the application date, 21 days. Then the authority may require the applicant to appear within 21 days before the authority in person or through an authorized representative for explanation or clarification required for processing the application. Wow. So, either the authority may require the applicant to submit documents or may require the applicant to appear in person. So, may require the applicant to appear in person. So additional documents or verification are may require the applicant to appear in person. Now, whether this point is there in RVO, please look at this. The authority may require the applicant to appear within 21 days before the authority. Authority means IBBI. Through its authorized representative for explanation or clarification required. Here, can authorized representative can come? Yes, here also authorized representative. So, very, very similar procedures up to this. But there is one place where there will be, please wait. Now, look at this point. If the authority is satisfied after such scrutiny, inspection, as it deems fit, that the applicant is eligible under this rule, it may grant a certificate, okay, for the relevant in Form C within 60 days. May grant certificate of registration within 60 days of the receipt of application. Okay. So what is the date? 60 days. 60 days. Okay. And 60 days is excluding the days time given by authority for documents, information, clarification, or appearance in person. These are the three things. Documents, all the three things. So here, is it the same 60 days? Please look here. Right. So if the authority is satisfied, inspection, that the applicant is eligible, it may grant certificate of registration in Form E. May grant certificate of registration in Form E. But whether they are given the time, whether they have given the time, no. Please be careful. Here, Form E, they'll give. So here, what is the form? Here the form is Form D. Sorry, Form C. Within 60 days. Here the form is Form E. So what is certificate of registration? Certificate of registration is Form C. Here, certificate of recognition is what? Form E. This is Form C, this is Form E. But here it is 60 days. Here the date is not mentioned. Please be careful. Very important. Why I am taking this much pain? This is how you must actually prepare. Okay, this is how you must actually prepare. Good. Now, there is one more. This para and that para both will be same. Please look at this. If after considering the application authorities or the prima facie opinion, the recognition ought not to be granted, it shall communicate the reason within 45 days. No. Why should I give? I will not give. So, but show cause notice. So, 45 days in the receipt of application, excluding the time given. Okay. Now, after this, the applicant shall submit why they should consider. So, another 15 days. This para 6 and 7 will be same there also. Please look here. Same. If the authority is satisfied that the applicant may grant a certificate, that is 7 and 8, sorry. If after considering the applicant, the authority, the prima facie open registration ought not to be granted, it shall communicate within 45 days. And here, the applicant shall submit an explanation within 15 days from the receipt of communication. So, in case they want to reject it, there will be a show cause notice that will be given, and within 45 days of the application date. And from the date of receipt, he has to give his response within 15 days of receipt of communication. So, the 7 and 8 is same as the 6 and 7 here. So, that also is very similar. So, these are the only 2 points. So, another 2 days is 45 days, 15 days. Here also 45 days, 15 days. Okay, please remember this. And that means within 45 days from the application. Now, once they want to give a registration, that means from the date of application, if 45th day is crossed, that means you are going to get it. If 45th day you have not crossed it, but possibly any time you may get a show cause notice why you should not be given a certificate of registration. Same is applicable there also. From the date, another 15 days will be given to you to actually give you a response. If you are not given a response, it is accepted. Then after that, rejection letter will come. Maybe if you are given a appropriate explanation, that will be considered, and after that, those days only will be subtracted. The net is 60 days, you will get the certificate of registration. So this is one thing. And there is one more point I want to share it with all of you, that is with respect to registered entity, which is there in section number 3. I think it is here. Please look at section 3, where can a partnership firm can be registered? Yes, partnership firm can be registered, provided minimum 3 partners or 2 partners, whichever is lesser, should be registered valuer. Please look at this. 3 or all the partners must be registered valuer. Then only the entity. For example, a chartered accountant firm, existing CF firm, an existing company secretary firm, an existing CMA firm, they want to become a registered valuer entity. Can they do so? Yes. The partners, if there are only 2 partners, both the partners should be RV. If there are 3 partners, 2 partners should be RV. Okay. Now 3 are all the partners, whichever is lower. So now, if there are 3 partners, all the 3 partners. If there are 2 partners, both the partners. If there are 5 partners, 3 partners should be registered valuer. If there are 12 partners, 3 partners should be registered valuer. Then only they can be granted. Now it's almost 11:30. I must thank each and every one of you for being very, very patient, And any questions? Maybe I'll take 5 more minutes maximum. 5 more minutes maximum. Vijay Kumar Gupta is also there. Any questions? You are welcome. I will take only 3 questions from the participants. Who wants to ask? You can put your questions. You can raise your hand, or you can unmute yourself and ask. Anybody have a questions? Maybe if questions are not there, I think we can go for a break.
Yes, sir. Sir, please make me host. Currently, I make you the host, so that.
Should I make you host?
Yes, sir. If you are leaving, otherwise it is okay. Otherwise it is okay.
Yeah, I made you host. I made you host.
Yes.
So anybody wants to ask any questions?
For not asking the question, there may be 2 issues. If you, I think you have understand everything,
Sir,
or I think you don't.
I have a question. Can we take a valuation assignment from a company for whom we are doing any certification?
No. If 3 years back you have done it, you can do.
Okay. Thank you.
So anything else?
Sir, we can ask question only once we relook at the whole content.
Very good.
It's a bit of time. It's too early to ask any question at this point.
Okay. So Amit Agarwal, you have any questions? No, you have to unmute, and you have to unmute.
No, sir, not now.
Okay, good. So thank you very much. My best wishes. So over to Vijay Bhai for your remarks and for giving them a break so that they can come with some more energy with a cup of tea.
Thank you, sir. And I request all the participants. I think you will feel very happy with this faculty. And if any of the feedback you have regarding faculties you have attended the session, that feedback is welcome, whether it is a positive feedback or it is a negative feedback. Don't worry about that.
Actually, in one egg minute, Vijay Bhai, there was one that was put in one one supermarket. If you are happy with us, tell others, else tell us.
Yes.
So
Yes. And Mr. Gopal Raju is also the chairman of our Valuation Standard Board of All India Institute of Valuer Foundation. So now we are taking a break of 10 minutes. It is called tea break. And after that, we will join with Mr. C.A. Sumit Datta.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, thank you very much.
हाथ धोने गए
Hello. I joined one valuation course. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 2 weeks. Morning 8:30 to 5:30. So till 3rd of September means only Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 2 weeks. This is the first week. So I may be little busy there. Online only. I will be available all the time. Nothing to worry. just start of informing. Okay, that is one thing. And what are you doing now? Hmm. 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 That's good. Okay. Man will do, huh? Okay. What? No stock accounts you do. Audit report anyway is simple. No CARO, no IFC. What we prepared for carry-on only, I will use it up. When you want any desk, you let me know. Can you take any desk down? Server. You need to enter that the ECD values of PHGPL and our Akash agencies for PFESI and TDS of PHGPL. All yes, same mail. You give request now. I will explain it. You will T basis. Sorry, that's it. This TDS rating this one, this is Chalani, and I asked him, so yesterday he has sent separately. This PhD, this one. For PFA, punch it in the email. Only this PFA and the TDS of PhD.